One of the things that I was just thinking about right now as I was editing my videos and just going through my old videos is that it can very easily create this impression that, oh, I'm perfect. I'm trying to give you all this advice here. I think residency, you need to do things this way and you need to make the most out of residency. That was the video that I just did. And part of me really is starting to understand that social media is really kind of toxic in this way because it makes it seem like somebody's perfect. And they're only showing their good side. And I'm sure all of you guys are aware of this already. This is like something that people have talked about a lot already. And, it's why people feel insecure all the time because they see all these people's highlight reels and they're comparing it to their behind the scenes. And I just wanted to really clarify with you guys that, even though I'm trying to give tips on, what I think makes a great senior or how to make the most out of residency, like I'm not the perfect person either. Like I sometimes don't do a lot of the things that I say I should be doing. And, it kind of creates this dichotomy or this kind of, I don't know what the right word is, where it's like, oh, hey, Fiva, what's up? I guess the word would just basically be creating a conflict, kind of like in your own mind, or a contradiction where you're saying you're trying to live up to certain values, and then occasionally if you don't live up to those values, you feel like you've let yourself down, or you feel like you've, not lived up to your expectations, for example. And it creates a lot of pressure too, because like I said, I wanted to clarify in this video that I'm not a perfect resident, obviously. I could be studying more. I could be being way more productive. I've had all these ongoing like health issues, usually basically my skin and my eyesight, which has really been making it difficult for me to make more videos and do things. But yeah, I just didn't want to give anybody the false impression that, people need to be perfect 100% of the time. That's just part of being human is, I think, trying to just do the best that you can given your circumstances. And I think more broadly speaking, this is something that will happen throughout residency is it's very easy to compare yourself to others. And, you'll be there presenting as an intern and then your co-intern will start presenting. You'll be like, oh, shiz, like they're so good. They're so smart. Why are they so confident? How do they know everything already? And then you're like, man, now I feel really inadequate, It's just this constant comparison that continues to happen. And I think it's something that just plagues people who, you're in the medical profession. You're somebody who's obviously very high achieving. You have high standards for yourself. You like to push yourself. And so it can really get into this like toxic mindset where you're just not feeling good anymore. Like I said, though, you can't compare yourself to other people all the time. This is something that I struggle with, too, because, again, you're just seeing a snippet of their life and maybe they've been exposed to certain things or certain patients that allowed them to be better prepared for this specific presentation or this specific scenario. But there's other things that you're strong at and that you have experiences with that they maybe haven't. And so everybody brings their own unique strengths and weaknesses to the table. And so if you're constantly comparing your weakest moment with somebody's strongest moment, then it's definitely going to set you up for being unhappy in residency. Anyways, I just wanted to make this video probably partly more for myself because it's kind of like, maybe I shouldn't be setting such a high standard for myself. Sometimes I go to the hospital and people are like, oh, you make the YouTube videos, like, oh, like, wow, you know all this stuff. And I'm like, no, I really don't know that much stuff. I try to understand things. I like teaching because I learn more when I'm doing that teaching. And I feel like sometimes I give off this persona that like, oh, I really know a lot about what's going on. But the truth is, I'm just trying my best and I could be doing better. And I'm constantly, I don't know if I want to say this, but I'm just as insecure as all of you guys. And I've been wanting to make a video on like imposter syndrome for a long time too, because everybody I think goes through imposter syndrome, no matter where you are, on the spectrum of your test scores or your performance on evals in medical school or whatever. All of us have to go through imposter syndrome and we all have to like battle that on our own, especially as a resident, because, people will start looking up to you because you're the physician on the team now and you have more responsibilities. And every year your position changes. You go from an intern with some responsibilities, then to a senior resident, and then to a third year resident. And like each progressive step of the way, people are expecting more and more out of you. And it can give you imposter syndrome basically every single year. So anyways, you don't have to be perfect. I don't want you to think that I'm, this beyond like level resident either, because I really have a lot of knowledge gaps. I have a lot of things to work on too. And I'm hoping that I can have a bit of a more honest conversation on this YouTube channel regarding that. So hopefully this is a nice perspective for you guys, and really encourages you guys to not be comparing yourself to others all the time, and really just continuing to self-improve, like work on your own self-improvement as much as possible. I hope this was helpful for some of you guys. Thanks again for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments down below about comparing yourself to others and living up to expectations in residency, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks. Peace.